Hello and welcome to News Blitzer. How did Israel manage to detonate thousands of pages and walkie-talkies used by the Lebanon-based terror outfit Hezbollah? More importantly, have we entered an era wherein any handheld or mobile electronic device can be turned into an explosive to target anyone anywhere in the world by any state or non-state actors? For quite some time now, Lebanon-based terrorist outfit Hezbollah, as well as other Iran-backed terrorist outfits in the Middle East, had discarded their mobile phones and had switched to pagers and walkie-talkies, primarily to avoid tracking of the movement of their fighters and eavesdropping on conversations between them. This change in communication tools seemed to have worked for the terror outfits till late noon on Tuesday. At approximately 3:45 p.m. on Tuesday, thousands of Hezbollah and other Iran-backed fighters in Lebanon and Syria were struck by exploding pagers. The next day, there was yet another round of explosions. This time it was walkie-talkies being used by Hezbollah members that exploded. Earlier, Israel used a similar approach to blow off the head of Hamas bomb maker Yahya Ayash in Gaza. Similarly, in the first instance of cyber warfare, the Stuxnet virus was used to cripple the centrifuges in Iran's nuclear plant. But this is the first time terrorists have been targeted en masse through electronic devices carried by them. However, what is frightening is that if one particular method of detonating the pages was used, it raises serious fears, as it means that no one in the world who uses lithium battery-driven electronic devices is safe from attack by state and non-state actors and their agencies. Technology and intelligence experts concur that there are two ways in which the detonating of thousands of pages and walkie-talkies could have been accomplished. One is to place small amounts of explosives in the pages, along with a remotely operated button to trigger an explosion either remotely or at a given time. For this to happen, the pages would have to have been physically tampered with in the production or supply chain. To convert the pages into explosive devices, the manufacturing or supply chain would have to be infiltrated by Israeli intelligence agencies and small amounts of explosives placed in them, along with remotely accessible triggers or pre-programmed mechanisms to cause the explosions. It is reported that the Hezbollah fighters who were carrying the pagers received a message and some beeps before the explosion. If explosives were planted in the pagers, the question of heat being one of the factors causing the explosion is out of the question. Others have said they felt the pagers heating up and disposed them before they exploded. But if heat was preceded before the explosions, it points to a second and far deadlier method of detonating the pagers. In the attack on Hezbollah, it so far seems that the explosions were engineered using a combination of exploiting the supply chain, tampering with the equipment, and also hacking the pager radio signal transmission facility to send a signal to the targeted devices to detonate. But what if the Israelis or others have devised a way to remotely weaponize lithium batteries which were used in the pagers and the walkie-talkies? Especially so considering that other components required to turn a lithium-powered battery into a bomb are already present in most handheld devices. Israel is well known for having developed various kinds of spyware and malware that target mobile phones, including the well-known Pegasus spyware, which was found on the phones of hundreds of politicians, journalists, activists, and ideologues and academicians worldwide. It would not be surprising if the Israelis have moved to the next level and developed technology that remotely weaponizes lithium batteries. Further, if Israelis or others have created a method of weaponizing lithium batteries remotely, it would have to occur through planting malware in our lithium battery-powered devices to convert them into mini yet potent bombs. Alternately, hostile governments manufacturing electronic devices and selling them through other fronts could also weaponize the devices at the manufacturing stage for use later in a targeted country. It is now believed that the Israelis weaponized the pagers and walkie-talkies in order to cripple the Hezbollah communication network prior to or during a war. The Israelis reportedly detonated the weaponized devices after a Hezbollah operative discovered the weaponization of the pagers, and the Israelis had no option but to assassinate the person and detonate the devices now. Frighteningly, if either Israel or any other party has developed technology to weaponize lithium batteries, it is not merely terrorists who are now under threat, but everyone else using a mobile phone, a pager, an iPad, or a laptop, among other devices powered by lithium batteries too. If the technology becomes accessible to either state or non-state actors, every one of their opponents around the globe who use such devices is under threat. This poses a particular threat in oppressive regimes around the world. This possibility has raised serious concerns in the international community, including political circles and intelligence setups. This risk takes on greater proportions considering that intelligence experts are divided over the possibility of the pages having been planted with explosive. This is because of the scope of the operation needed to tamper with thousands of pages in the supply chain. Instead, some experts believe that the lithium batteries could also have been weaponized. This is what one of the experts told LBC.
It's not a big step to be able to put in a corrupted or change the operating system so that on demand it overheated.
In any case, whether the devices were tampered with or lithium batteries weaponized, which we will never know at least in the near future, the question then is, how safe is anyone, including you and me, from such attacks? This is what the former CIA officer Christopher Burgess says.
I don't see this being used in a widespread manner. I see it more along the lines of the zero-click phenomena that the NSO group and their Pegasus software created.
Do leave your comments on this disturbing development and share the video. Thank you.